You are now listening to a member of the Disney Podcast family. Head over to Disney Podcast Family on Instagram to see all the latest posts for this show and links to other great Disney podcasts.
One little spark of inspiration is at the heart of all creation.
Spark a dream that we're meant to follow.
You're listening to the Extra Magic Hour, brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast and the DisInsider. Join the team in the studio as they bring you the spirit of Disney through park news, history, and tips and tricks to make your Disney Parks vacation even more magical.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Extra Magic Hour. This is the Disney Parks specific show for the Walt's Apartment army of podcasts that we have going out. So I am one of your hosts, Joey, and we got a full house tonight. Full house, but we are missing one. Sean really wanted to be part of this show, but work calls, and so he left it to us. But he will be back full time on our next show. So you just want us to let you guys know that he really wishes he was here and misses everybody, misses doing the show. But he'll be back soon. But let's do a little introductions. I will be going, I guess, clockwise, starting with the podcast princess, Sam. How's it going?
It's good. I'm excited. There's a lot of things to cover tonight. A lot of exciting changes. Some a little less than exciting, but I'm happy. I'm happy to be here tonight. Thanks.
Nice. Oh, absolutely. And of course, next to Sam on our screen that you can't see on the podcast podcatchers is Lou Sunken City Designs. What's up, Louis?
What's up, guys? Glad to be here. I'm excited to talk park news.
Awesome. Glad you're here. Like Sam said, we got some stuff moving around. I'll have you guys bring that up shortly. And but continuing with our I'm going in a circle, but we got a row, so it's hard to do that. But we got Coffee with Cole back in the house. What's up, Cole?
Okay, can we just address that it looks like Louis got a haircut, like the beard looks trimmed and the hair looks trimmed? Did this just happen?
So yeah.
Can we just address it?
The beard is definitely thinner. Obviously, you can see my chunky throat now. But yes, it is cleaned up.
Looking sharp.
Trying to look younger. I did that 21-year-old challenge today. It's a real embarrassment.
Oh. Yeah. How's that? Yes. Anyway,
I'm gonna have to trim my whole beard to get the grays out. So, but it looks good, man. Nice and tight.
Yep. Thank you.
So good. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. We do have a lot to cover. So we may or may not accomplish that. We'll see. We all like to talk.
We are in a little bit of a time crunch, but it's okay. But one of the announcements we have is we have two new hosts joining us. Woo! You guys know them. You guys love them. They are the sisters from Neverland Clubhouse, Courtney and Kelly. Welcome to Extra Magic Hour permanently.
Hi. Thank you. We're excited to be joining the hosts here on Extra Magic Hour. Yeah, we love the parks and we love talking about the parks. So
and we love you guys.
Oh, we love you guys too.
Yeah, Courtney and Kelly came in like Bob Barker with their mics. What is that?
They're so cute.
Right.
I kind of dig it.
I just don't have anywhere to put it. So it's because I do not have time to do my setup, so that's why.
Yeah, but you could like put it close or move it far away. You could do it.
I'm literally sitting on my bed, so I'm literally sitting on my bed.
Sean said that he saw Cole, Kelly, Courtney, and I together at MouseCon. He's like, they're precious. We love them. Let's bring them on. So we are super happy that they're here because Kelly and Courtney are incredibly knowledgeable. They're going to bring in an element that we needed to keep the spark alive in this show. So I'm excited you guys are here.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, and he's like, we're going to have a hard time trying to contain them. I'm like, you know what? There's no containing the four of you, and that's why we love you all. So this is a great team. Everybody
We
here
had a good time with everyone at MouseCon, and we're excited. So
yeah, and everybody here is versed in Disneyland and Walt Disney World, and you guys can throw in a little cruise element too.
Yes, because we've
you're...
cruised, and we're cruising again in April. So
are you?
Yes, we.
Yeah,
yes.
I didn't get invited. I cruised.
Oh, well, next cruise, you're definitely invited, Cole. Definitely invited. Yeah. Everybody's invited. We love cruising. We are. There will be multiple cruises. I guarantee you.
Cruise.
We're obsessed with cruising. I'm sure there's going to be more cruising. We got to go on the Treasure.
Yes. So
absolutely.
Well, glad you ladies are here for obvious reasons, of course. But other than that, you guys are great knowledge and passionate Disney Parks fans. So it's really going to be awesome to have you here. And before we get on with our topics, like I said, we got a few of them, a little bit more than a few, but we mentioned Sam and Louis has mentioned there's some little shifting going around. So if either one of you guys just want to let their listeners know what's going on in the Walt's apartment podcast shifting.
You take it, L Dog.
All right, so we are growing a lot of things on the shows, changing things, getting things a lot more clean cut, as we were talking about in the beginning of the show. But this is my last episode on Extra Magic Hour outside of being just a pop-in co-host to help out. This is too much of a magical show for my taste. I'm just kidding. So I'm stepping away from
Are we too much Pixie
dust? You can't handle this Pixie dust shit. That's what this is.
No,
we won't let him talk about Universal.
It leaves too many white rings around my nose with all the pixie dusting. I can't do it. So so I am stepping away from Extra Magic Hour. I will still be on the Walt's Apartment crew doing Imagine That, which is one of our newer shows. Our first episode just dropped yesterday. It's very heavy and deep into Imagineering, which anybody listening to the show knows I critique almost everything, even free samples. So it's the perfect home for me. Also, Mad
awesome
Tea
logo too, by the way.
Thank you. Mad Tea Party has evolved, or Undisputed has evolved into Mad Tea Party, bringing the same juicy topics that we know and love, but also adding some more off-the-wall topics. But with that, it'd only be right if the entire tea table brought on a fourth. So we are also welcoming Sam into the Mad Tea Party to continue that house of chaos and put all of these exploding creative ego minds under one roof for a very juicy popping show. So,
and I don't have my soundboard right now, but wah wah wah.
Yes. So unfortunately, this would be my last regular scheduled Extra Magic Hour, but you can find me on Imagine That, Mad Tea Party, The Tribe, and Walt's Apartment Live.
Awesome. And yeah, you're always here too. So I mean, we're all family. We're all that stuff. So, but
yeah,
you're busy
in and out of shows.
Extra Magic Hour is just and Mousky Dudes. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Mousky Dudes. Don't forget Mousky Dudes.
Yeah, but also too, it now gives everybody a safe place to sit in the chat without me coming through with some aggressive topics, because Extra Magic Hour is not the place for that. So
that's Mad Tea Party.
That is damn straight. I mean, yeah.
So that's awesome, man. Well, thank you for everything you do. And I mean, I was listening. I'm about 10 minutes left, and Imagine That's a great first episode. So the four of you guys are perfect for that. So one thing you won't be getting on here anymore is also Sam's Imagineer. What was it? I forget the feature. Which you'll be getting a whole lot of hell of that on Imagine That. But one thing you will be getting on here is Sam's Today in Disney History, which is a perfect segue. So what do you got, Sam?
All right. So we're going to go with the most recent. So February 2nd, 2001. Hang on, I have to pull it up because I have it here. I want to make sure. 2001 is when DCA opened.
Yay.
So, easy peasy for that one. And then, sorry, I had it open and then I just closed it. So it's magic over here. with my lack of preparation. February 2nd, 1967 was when Roy Disney held the press conference in Florida to show Walt's vision, Walt's last film that he did for Epcot as the experimental prototype community of tomorrow. So that was this week in Disney history. Groundhog's Day 1967 was when Roy did that presentation, the press conference to share Walt's dream for what he wanted Epcot to be. And then we had the opening of DCA. So that would be February 8th, 2001. Yes.
Perfect. Well, those two things that I know I love. So,
which we were there that summer. Hi, Kelly. We were there that summer.
We were there that summer.
And we got to ride Superstar Limo, so, which not a whole lot of people did.
We have a whole episode on DCA at Neverland Clubhouse that you can listen to about our adventures in DCA in 2001.
So you were the two that got to ride it. That's awesome.
Yes, we were.
Well, I think we rode it multiple times.
Well, right on. So, well, speaking of, well, not really DCA, but kind of just around the corner, the first topic we got going yesterday, January 3rd, as of 30th, as of our recording, Pixar Place Hotel just opened up. And I wasn't paying attention to too much of the construction and stuff like I normally am, but man, what was revealed yesterday via different social media outlets and everything, this place looks amazing.
It almost looks better than Disneyland Hotel, huh?
Yeah, so I mean,
but still so classic to Pixar. Like, they did such a good job without going over the top. They stuck to such the classic original like Pixar vibes.
You know what it reminds me of is animation, the animation resort over in Walt Disney World. Because when you walk in,
all of that. That's a good nod to that.
Because
me and Courtney stayed at Paradise Pier about 5 years ago for my 30th birthday, and we stayed on the 14th floor up on top overlooking DCA. And while it was a really nice hotel, there were definitely things that needed to be upgraded and changed. The food needed to be upgraded and changed. The rooms needed to be upgraded because it's supposed to be a deluxe hotel. It's on the same level, or supposed to be on the same level as like the most expensive hotels there. So I'm really glad we got the Pixar layover, and they did such a good job with it. I think walking into that, you're going to feel like you're walking into a Pixar movie.
Yeah. I stayed there like the last weekend before they started construction. Well, they had started construction on just like some things, like you had to go to like the Disney Hotel before, like for the pool and that sort of thing.
But there was no food, right? Or did they already open Maple?
All of that was already gone. I do have to say, I forget what floor I stayed on, but I did have like a park view. And that room was, it was very nice, but it needed to be brought up to the level that, and the expectation and standard that it was, really held to. So I'm so excited. I think there's like 479-ish rooms or something like that. Would love to stay and get like an adult experience, because like you can watch the fireworks and they come from the top, and like all of that was already gone by the time I stayed there, since it was the last weekend. But I'm excited now to see what they've done.
Yeah. It looks awesome, but I figure we'll kind of go in a little quick circle here and just see what everybody's maybe a favorite feature so far that we've seen. Okay. And since I started with Sam on the introductions, I'll start with Courtney with what you've liked the most so far.
From what I've seen, I really like that they have Joe Gardner playing the piano. He's playing it 5 days a week. I thought it was only going to be for the opening, but then I read an a post on Instagram by Brooke McDonald, who's a really good reporter. And she said that he's going to be there 5 days a week, like in mid-afternoon to like early nighttime. And he's going to play the piano in the lobby for like ambiance and stuff like that. So I'm really glad that they have like an in-universe, like Pixar character playing the piano.
Yeah, there's a cool backdrop behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the name of him, but like Questlove, the drummer and the saxophone player lady.
Yeah, his band is all
by
there
checkout,
back.
so.
That he wanted to join.
Well, yeah. What about you, Kelly? Anything that stands out?
Yeah, I was really excited to see Bing Bong being added to the hotel and all the characters that were going to be meeting and greeting. I don't know if it was at the restaurant there or what, but
he's going to be at the pool area. So Bing Bong is going to be at the pool area. And you can only meet Bing Bong at the hotel.
But Inside Out is one of my favorite Pixar movies, so I'm really excited to meet Bing Bong.
Awesome. Yeah, he looks really cool. One of the cosplayers that we've met at MouseCon, Tina, she does the costumes of like the mountains and stuff. Conquer, she was Bing Bong. So her post was like, "Oh, looks like I started something." I don't know why they didn't call me jokingly, but she said they looked really cool. What about you, Cole? What kind of stood out to you right away?
I have to agree with Courtney and the piano, just adding that like live element. And just kind of creating when you come back from the parks and like that's what you walk into. It's like setting a vibe and you're kind of walking in. They're creating an experience. And I also love that they have like the Great Maple, and like some tributes to like Emeryville and like their original location. So I like how they brought some of like the OG history into it. But if I were to just pick one, it'd be the piano. I love how they're immersing you into that environment.
Yeah, very cool for a hotel lobby. Perfect. So.
Yeah.
What about you, Lou?
For me, it's got to be the animation aspect to it. All the just rough sketching, the rough drawings, the little nods to animation. I mean, I haven't been there yet, but me and a few buddies are already doing about time on a meet up at the sketch pad, which is like their little like dive, little coffee shop vibe setup. But I'm really stoked on the animation piece of it, because the fact that Pixar being so 3D, you don't get a whole lot of the raw cartoon look of it. And I really like that approach to it, but also the blend between animation for adults and animation for kids, where it's subtle, where it's not too aggressive, where it feels like a child's hotel, but it's also not so hidden that kids don't have that same relatability to it. So I like the blend of animation in the hotel, fitting youth, adult, kids of all ages. So,
yeah, totally agree. And Sam.
I am going to agree with Courtney and Cole, and I'm going to say that the live music addition to it's the lobby, right?
Yeah.
I think that is something that is needed more. That's something that's needed more in the parks, because we have not in the parks, in the resorts, because we have such immersive experiences all over the parks. And I think that the more that we can bring that into resorts, it kind of keeps people in that magic. And it's not like, like we're back and we have like these mundane things to do. Just trying to keep every moment as magical as you can.
Yeah, because as my recollection is like, I don't think the Disneyland Hotel has like a piano, but I know the Grand Californian definitely does. And I know it changes the whole vibe in there too.
Grand Floridian as well.
Yeah.
We were in there for Christmas and they were having carolers and the bells that they were ringing the bells and the carolers in the lobby of the Grand Californian in front of like the gingerbread house and all of that. So live music changes everything.
Now,
and they have it in the. Sorry, go ahead, Big L.
With Disney, the Disneyland Hotel used to have not necessarily live music, but interactional pieces to it. But I think that what works for the Grand Californian is they built that space to not only have that, to enjoy that, where I'm hoping that the Pixar Hotel continues this. I mean, obviously they're saying they are, but I hope that in a year from now, the piano's there, but no one's playing it. I hope the Bing Bong thing stays, because the Disneyland Hotel used to have a individual Mickey and Minnie photo op opportunity in the hotel, and it's no longer there. It hasn't been there for some time. I've never saw it, but my father-in-law has video of it, my wife, stuff like that, where it was there. So I just hope that they continue that. And I think the reason why Disneyland doesn't have it no more is there's no real place in the Disneyland hotels to really set up for that and enjoy it. As we're Grand California, that entire lobby is meant to be surrounded by that fire, the music. So well done for putting it in there. And I am really hoping that, and not even trying to bash it, I really hope that the Pixar Hotel keeps that and embraces that and brings more. I mean, they have that Pixar in real life show. Embrace that and bring that to the hotel and let that have Wally bounce around in there every once in a while. Where it's not always on a schedule.
Sean would love that.
Yeah.
Doug. Have a Doug out there by the.
Not to discredit the Disneyland Hotel, but they did used to have things like that. And I am not surprised if we hear that the Disneyland Hotel gets a huge remodel soon, because the fact that Steakhouse 55 is not there at the moment. It was reopening, then it stopped again. Goofy's Kitchen is not bad. I think Goofy's Kitchen is a great experience, but I think Goofy's Kitchen 1.0 was really good. So I would not be surprised if Disneyland Hotel in a few years is the next one to get we are going to slowly go through each tower and get this all remodeled and brought back up.
I think so too, especially with the addition with the villas there.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
They have to level up. Maybe not for the rooms right away, but for immersing the experience of the property itself, they need to level up now.
Yeah.
You know what I was just thinking the whole Doug thing. We have a school therapy dog who just chills in the office and like hello, give us a like resort therapy Doug.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
I think the resorts have been really slow to come back from COVID and being shut down. They're like almost in snail crawl mode from coming back, and with live entertainment, with the being in the resorts and everything. So yeah, I agree with everyone here. Live entertainment needs to come back to the hotels.
Yeah, and this Pixar Place Hotel, it looks way better than I imagined when they announced it. I'm agreeing with all you guys. Everything you guys mentioned, I think is awesome. Joe is the best part of it, just because, like I said, Soul to me is a decent movie, but I love the character of Joe, and then how he fits into the hotel. He doesn't need to sing because he wasn't a singer; he was just a piano player. He could play different
music
Pixar
of Soul
songs.
is what makes Soul. Like the movie plot is fine, but the music of Soul is what.
But really one more touch that I love too is, I don't know if it's by the pools or like where Bing Bong was going to be, but they had a fireplace, and the etched on the edges was anger with a flame.
I didn't hear that.
There's anger, and then there's also lava. There's the lava, the volcanoes.
The little elements that are so magical. Can you imagine being a little human and seeing that at nighttime, or an adult like enjoying?
I was just imagine being a grown ass adult.
Heck yes.
Imagine being a grown child.
Yeah, and the other thing that I heard was that like the rooms have animation that isn't necessarily animation that we've seen.
It's more like towards Emeryville. Like there's some pieces they've brought out.
Mm-hmm. Maybe maybe inspirations or rough drawings, first versions of things. So we're definitely getting different animation in the rooms. The rooms look so cool too. That's awesome.
Yeah. And for like a 2 night
very
stay,
animation studios-esque, or like the hotel in Walt Disney World. What is that
and for Art of Animation.
Art of Animation, yeah.
So,
which I loved that hotel. I stayed there and loved it.
Yeah, I've been wanting to stay there, but I've only stayed at Pop and All Stars. But yeah, the rooms look cool. For a 2 night stay, it's about $505. So I don't know how much more that is than the other places.
That's still the least out of all of them, because I think Disney Hotel is about $600 to $700, and then Grand California is $900 to $1,000 a night.
Yeah,
usually, or $800.
As a Disney fan, I don't understand, and I haven't seen any three, so this could be completely outside. I don't understand how the Grand California is the most expensive. I feel like that is the most basic. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's the most basic hotel Disney themed.
It's because it has an entrance.
Well, it has an entrance and it has the DVC. But now Disneyland Hotel has a DVC too. So that's where Disneyland Hotel is going to probably be up in their prices soon because they're DVC resorts. DVC resorts are always more expensive.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see these prices go up a little bit.
We stayed at the Grand one time for one night, and I had a budget, but I didn't. And it was 7 of us, and we got a park view with a room. It was gigantic. And then we got the concierge service on what the
Did you have a villa? Did you have like a 3-bedroom villa? If it was
no, it was just one bedroom with a huge balcony that overlooked like where the princess is.
Okay.
It was fucking badass. And I would do it again. And we didn't even go to the park that day. We purposely checked out of the park, went to the hotel, and chilled. We were at the pool. We went to the concierge. I got free drinks all day. I brought my free drinks downstairs by the pool. I had heated towel. Hands down, can I afford it? No. Did I do it one time? Yes, I did. And it was amazing. So now I've stayed at all 3, but oh man.
I mean, that's the way to do it, right? You use the hotel facilities and make sure that you get your money's worth out of it. I wouldn't do it if you just need a bed to sleep on.
No.
Because that's not going to be worth your money and time. Because there's plenty of hotels around that are way cheaper. But if you are a resort person, if you want the experience to lay around, relax, use the pool, the spa. Yeah, it's amazing.
So good. So good.
Yeah. And I think with the Grand and Disneyland Hotel, those have all been hotels where you can just go and even enjoy yourself if you're not staying there. And for the first time since, I think for the first time in ever, Pixar Place seems to be like that. Louis mentions going hanging out there with some friends around the the little lobby area or the lounge and I want to do it too. So this hotel finally is going to be just a destination to grab lunch, grab dinner, grab some photos and stuff.
Is there an outdoor area of sorts? Because I feel like the other 2 hotels, the Disneyland Hotel is bomb to just go out and sit. And the Grand has some areas too, but does Pixar...
Pixar does have that. There's a YouTuber, I won't drop names here because it gets people on edge, but there's a YouTuber that I'm a fan of that shared a walkthrough video, and there is a little almost like a Trader Sam's with Pixar theme by the pool area that is open to the common area people, not common area people. What am I saying?
But non-hotel guests.
Non-hotel guests. Thanks for making it way simpler and not aggressive. But there are parts. The bottom dwellers. No, just kidding. Yeah, there's a spot to that. That is, and it's still fully themed. It's not this is where you guys stay and not the hotel guests. No, it's still, you could be in there and blend in just as anybody else.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, on.
Love that.
So I would love to stay here one of the days, but we'll see how that goes. But earlier we mentioned Art of Animation, and that'll be a nice little transition to the next story, which has to do with art. And in Florida, and that is the Festival of the Arts, or what we're calling before we recorded, the Farts.
I want a fart shirt really bad.
Yeah, I want a fart figure. So
yes, I think that would be so good.
I don't know, Sam. Do you know any kind of background history on this? I've been to this event twice. It's my favorite event at Epcot, but I don't know how long. You guys know how long it's been going on, or anybody?
I know it's the newest one out of all the festivals. I don't know.
We were there last year too, and it's just a wonderful festival. More food. It kind of focuses on color and painting, and all the food is very artistic.
Yeah, the drinks.
The drinks are very artistic too.
It began in 2017.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So very new. I thought it was at least a little older than that.
Yeah, it's held Fridays through Mondays, so it's weekends, January through
February.
So it's not every day like the rest of the festivals.
Right.
Yeah.
I love how interactive this one is. I don't know if it's always been that way, but I was reading like the paint by number. And then they also have the chalk art for kids.
Yeah.
So like that's always like a staple favorite that everyone loves to go see the chalk drawings. And I love that they're, well, not just for kids, but like you could go and enjoy a little bit of the artistic side and do some chalk art or the paint by number, which I would probably screw up anyways, but I would certainly try.
No, but you get a really cool print.
Yeah, you can't screw up the paint by number.
You never know.
They give you the paint and they give you the numbers, and you just paint 5 squares. You can't screw it up.
So it is held every day now, but it's in inaugural year. It was just Fridays through Mondays.
Okay.
But it is held every year or every day now from January 12th to February 19th.
It is the shortest festival as well.
It is.
It's hard to catch. Our favorite is the Disney on Broadway.
Yeah.
They always have the Disney on Broadway singers. The Broadway performers come and sing their Disney songs. We saw
they also have a dining package that you can do with Disney on Broadway.
We did the dining package last year at Regal Eagle. And
the Regal Eagle is the best one. Yeah, it's a walk-up
we did
one.
the walk-up dining package. It was so worth the money. Because you got a full meal and a drink and a dessert, and you got tickets to one of the performances.
Well, yeah, you got a ticket to like make sure you got like a guaranteed seat. So.
Yeah, guaranteed in. So it was a very good deal on that, and we saw Adam and
Ariel. So we saw Ariel and Adam Jacobs, their brother and sister team. They both played Jasmine and Aladdin respectively. Not at the same time. They made sure to let everybody know not at the same time.
Weird.
Exactly. Weird. But Adam was Aladdin on Broadway when it originally happened. And then Ariel was, I think,
Australia.
In Australia.
Mm-hmm. Australia.
So the dining options for this year, here's what's included with your meal package. If you choose Spice Road Table, you get 2 small plates, a shared dessert platter, and a non-alcoholic beverage. And then the other restaurants you get, which are Akershus Beer Garden, Coral Reef, Garden Grill, Le Cellier, Regal Eagle, Rose and Crown, or Spice Road Table, as I said. You get an appetizer, entree, and dessert, or one full buffet family style meal, as well as a non-alcoholic beverage. So pretty decent options that you have if you do the dining package.
Yeah.
I think we've figured out that Regal Eagle was like the best bang for your buck.
Mm-hmm.
Like makes sense.
Yeah, but everything is super colorful. So like the snacks that you'll have, the drinks, things that are just like custom tailored to this event. It's
the Figment popcorn buckets. Figment is everywhere.
All the Figment thing, yes. Figment is everywhere, and we love
Figment
that.
is your Festival of Arts mascot.
Yes.
And that's the paint by number.
Yeah, the print you get after you paint.
So there are 16 food kiosks.
Wow.
Or snack kiosks that are all like art inspired themed.
And then there's the color walk or something where you eat all the colors.
The wonderful walk of colorful cuisine.
Yes, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And last couple of years, they've had specialty created drinks at the Cava Tequila. Last year was So last year was Neil Patrick Harris came up with his own drink. This year is Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul.
No way!
Yes,
Aaron Paul, Breaking Bad, man.
Yeah,
nice.
To go back to what Courtney and Kelly were just talking about, the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. That is the food passport for this event, and so you get a stamp after each one. There are 7 dishes, 7 very vibrant, colorful dishes, and then you get a stamp,
like the
and
rainbow.
then you bring. Yes, so that exactly. And then you bring your passport back to Deco Delight's food studio and you receive a complimentary artist palette cookie.
Yay.
For completing
I think
your passport.
One of my favorite parts is the way they decorate the different countries with like just either you see easels, like Belle, you see Maurice's easel and it's all like a gadget and stuff. You see Peter Pan shadow on the buildings, and I mean the way that's all over the World Showcase is.
But they also have
little Easter egg.
They also have art pieces that you can like step into and like you're part of it too, like photo ops.
So I was just going to say those are the photo ops. Yeah, there's some pretty cool ones this year.
And there's always the artist booth.
Well, I was going to say, the big thing about this is the artists. Festival of the Arts. Why not have some amazing Disney artists all around the entire damn park? So,
and they're set up at booths with their art for sale. They will sign autographs on there if you purchase the art. So it's a good time.
Yeah, and all of them have an exclusive release just for this festival, which they'll sell on their website maybe 3 months later. But if they're in stock, they usually sell out. You can't really see it. Well, you guys are listening, but I got a Danny Haas Ahsoka print here. A local artist here that's in LA, Shane Grammer. He's there for the first time. So you could very good chance if you pay attention to Disney artists you see at Wonderground or Disneyana Gallery, they will be there. So I know Louis is one of his favorite artists. Noah, he's always a staple there and always a busy cat there. So
yeah, he's there, and I believe I always have a horrible time pronouncing his last name, but Joe, who me and Cole and Sean interviewed about less than a year ago, he's there as well, and he does a lot. His art is very similar to Shane Grammer's.
Yeah,
that like very graffiti but Disney style art. Yeah,
yeah. One of Cole's favorites, Ashton Taylor, is always there.
Shag.
Yeah.
So I've got my Disney art behind me as well.
So before we end with this on this topic, like I said, this is my favorite time of year to be at Epcot. I've been to it twice before. It's so hard to bring art back on a plane, especially when you travel light. So, dumb question, obvious answer is probably, but would you guys love to see this event at DCA or Disneyland Resort? I'll start with Lou, the artist.
Yeah, I would.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I don't know why it's just an event.
No, let my host keep something.
I mean, Disney was born off art. I don't know why we're not abusing that in a nice way all year round. Like, why is it a festival?
Well, I agree with that. But if it came to DCA, we would be so judgy because it would never be as good as the original.
True.
Like at Walt Disney World. And there's no, like, even if we have the same players, like taking the concept to one coast to the other, like
not to go Imagineering status with it, but I think what would be really cool and it would really pack the house is you take the Festival of Arts or Farts and you have this festival on the Walt Disney Studios. Where it's you pay for an extra ticket. It's not D23 exclusive because you'll get people that go because they want to go, but you're not gonna get fans that want to go and buy art. But I think you open it up for a limited, like an 8-week thing like they do in Florida, but you do it at the studios, which then I think would hit on all different levels because you're buying art at the studios. And you could do it like in Legends Plaza in that street area where you're not in the common area of where the studios are going, but you do it on that side, and there's an entrance there. So you do it there, and you bring it to the studios where a lot of the art was inspired by.
Yeah, so I think there's a parking lot there too.
Yeah, the parking lot.
And
late up the season, they do have some artists there.
Yeah, they have artists, authors, food vendors from all over that they bring those in light up the season.
And not only that, it'd be cool because like right up, if you're doing Legends Plaza, right up where if we wished upon a star, not to get cheesy about it, but where a star would be is Walt's office window. So I think it'd be kind of full circle.
Let's get cheesy.
Yeah.
Pixie does that shit, yo.
That's where I draw the line.
Such a pixie duster.
Although when they have Walt's office, you can't see it from the outside. So
yeah.
Well, I love this festival. I guess I'm just being selfish and wanting it here, but like Sam said, and Cole said, it wouldn't top just how it's in Epcot. It's a perfect backdrop. I like Lewis's idea. So if any of our listeners have gone this year, let us know. Let us know which artists you visited, what drinks you've tried, and all that good stuff. But before we get to our next topic, let's hear from our friends at Getaway Today. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Well, hello, and welcome to Let's Get to Know Our Sponsor. Getaway Today has been helping Disney vacation dreams come true since 1990. Whether you choose to visit the happiest place on earth or travel to Orlando and beyond, they want to help you. Need to know the best hotel in the area? What theme park ticket should you buy? Have a last-minute change? No worries. Their travel experts are always here to help. Want to book a cruise and don't know where to start? Hey, they can help with that too. They will help you find the perfect cruise for your vacation, whether it is your first time or you're a well-seasoned cruiser. When you book your cruise with one of the Getaway Today's experts, you will have a dedicated agent to help you every step of the way. They take care of the details so you can have the most fun. Getaway Today has layaway, peace of mind travel, allowing you to cancel or make changes up to 72 hours in advance. You will always have the most up-to-date vacation information, both pre-arrival and upon your welcome. Getaway Today will guarantee the best prices with no hidden fees. And every time you book through Getaway Today, they will donate a portion back to a charitable organization in your area. And so far, over $4.5 million has been donated. So click the link in our show notes to start your Disney vacation planning for more information and the best deals. Tell them Walt's Apartment sent you. And until next time, enjoy the view from Walt's apartment.
Hey, we love Getaway Today. Cole loves Getaway Today. I know she's probably used them more than us. I've used them once. So, and one thing I love doing on here, or loved hearing, is what I don't know if it's called this before, but I'm calling it now. But it's Cole's Getaway Travel Hacks. So,
oh, cute! I like that. I dig that. They're actually going. Getaway Today is doing. They do a family trip every year. And so that's about to happen, I think, this week. So if you follow them, make sure you check out, because they are doing Getaway Today family style in the parks, which is always fun to see what they do on their personal trips versus on like business trips. But today I'm going to focus on some newbie Disney, Walt Disneyland or Walt Disney World peeps. Because I recently went in December with my mom and she was freaking out. And I was like, Mom, like, I got this. Like, what's the deal? And she was like Googling shit and looking stuff up. And I'm like, what are you doing? Well, I didn't realize like so many like blogs and podcasts, like they really highlight and talk about like what to pack in your bag or what to take to Disneyland or, you know, how to pack light. Like nobody really talks about like how to prepare like behind the scenes, like logistical wise. So yes, you have to have a reservation. So you're going to buy your tickets, whether you are getting your passes or whether you are buying tickets for the first time. And you're going to want to get your Genie Plus at the same time, because it will just make your life a million times easier. And then you want to make sure you get the app, and you're going to update the app if you already have it, because there's so many times that people go to log in and they haven't updated it and it does not work correctly. And you really want to update that app. Disneyland recently dropped magic bands. Walt Disney World has always offered them. Well, not always, but for a significant amount of time, they've done magic bands. I have not used magic bands in either park. I've used the app the entire time, and I know that most of you could probably speak to that, but it's a personal preference. Like you're going to use less of your phone. If you're not really like a smartphone person, that's the way to go. You can just like load it, load your Genie, load your food, and kind of pay and do that way. But it's something to think about. And then each time you do your reservation or your time for a ride, once you get in line, you're going to want to immediately book another one. so many people and chatting with people online. I think they didn't really think about that aspect. Like usually you have like a 20-minute time frame while you're in line. I think they try for less than 20 minutes to wait in line for the Genie Plus people. So get plan it out. You've got 20 minutes, plan your shit out. And then bring chargers. Like I get that you may be using the Magic Bands, but your phone's going to die. And people are like, oh, can I have a phone charger? And I'm like, no, that's my battery life. Like I'm not sharing. And they do have in most areas, like in DCA, and I know in Walt Disney World, they have plugs. So if you are not savvy and have not spent your $20 from Amazon, like you can bring a legit charger and sit while they ride a ride and you can charge your phones. And then another thing to think about, I have lost my credit card in Disneyland before. And thank goodness I had Apple Pay. Some people have like a wallet if you have like a Samsung phone. Because if you load your card or gift cards to your Apple Pay, you aren't ever taking out your wallet. And the chances of something coming out of your pocket or falling out of your bag are slim to none because you just have your phone and you're just tapping and you're able to see your purchases right there. You're able to kind of focus on and kind of manage what you're doing. And that takes a lot. And for people who don't want to wait for you to get your shit together and get all your stuff together, the Apple Pay is like good to know. So I try to keep it short. I went a little fast, but does anybody want to elaborate on anything? I know I was like, oh, I don't know.
We love Magic Bands. So yes, Magic Bands make everything go faster. So if you can get one, I suggest it, especially with Genie Plus.
Yeah.
Also with the chargers, there's fuel rods.
Yes.
In the
They're
park,
$30, but
there's all the investment and you can swap them out for free.
Yeah. Which you can keep swapping them, right? So that's a good option. Like I found my favorite one on Amazon that I absolutely love. And so like I now have got it down where I just take like my fanny pack and Emma and I each have like our chargers and charge them the night, every night or whatever. I toyed when I went to Walt Disney World to do a Magic Band. And then I ended up like just using the app. I'm more of like that visual and I kind of like felt like I'm using the app anyways.
Yeah, you still have to use the app to like load your
organize your day.
Well, yeah, lightning lanes, and if in Walt Disney World, you have to do your reservations all on the app. And when you get the dining plan, which they just brought that back, that's going to be on your Magic Band. Disneyland's Magic Band works a little bit different. You can't do food and you can't pay for stuff on that, but it does get you into the park faster. So it's a faster process getting into the park, and it's a faster process getting onto the rides with the lightning lane.
Yeah, and there is also the experiences.
Yeah. I find at Disneyland that people fumble with the app a lot, especially putting their phones in and out of the little trigger.
Yeah.
And Walt Disney World, you can literally just hold up your phone to the thing if you have it loaded, and it'll tap it just with your phone. Disneyland's, I don't think really does that.
No, it doesn't do that.
Nobody does that. So Magic Bands have made things go a little quicker at Disneyland because people aren't like, oh my God, my phone has to load. It has to be put in, and it has to be put in 6 times. And like you have to swipe or whatever. So Magic Bands are a really, really nice option. And they interact with with the rides too.
Yeah. And shows.
Yes.
But it'd be a lot better though if you could pay with them like you can in Walt Disney.
I want them to
come though. I think they've talked about that. And many people don't realize they don't come with a full battery. So like if you're planning a trip and you're not like someone who goes to the park often, like buy your Magic Band on Shop Disney, have it like shipped to you, charge it, have all of your stuff already done. So then that way when you get to the park, it's already ready. You're already ready to go. Or you could buy Downtown Disney. I know sometimes we like to go, and that first day is like our drive day and we don't go into the park. and we play and we get checked in and, you know, la 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 la, go to the beach, whatever. And so that's an option as well.
I always just picked mine when I was making my reservations.
Yeah.
Well, that was Walt Disney World. Yeah.
Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
They don't give us that
Disney World
option.
does
Yeah.
that.
But
Disneyland. Yeah. Just make sure
What-
if you're doing it at Disneyland, it's Magic Band Plus, because
Otherwise
the
it won't work.
regular Magic Bands don't work. It's
Mhm.
only Magic Band Plus.
Yes.
I was gonna say with one of your hacks about the wallet and the Apple Pay, if you download the gift card, it'll even actually count down how much you have left on the gift card as well, which is nice.
It's so nice. And then too, like for Emma and I, her Apple Pay, like I'm able to put that gift card, or she's able to have it. So like before she became, like, she's obviously 100% self-sufficient now, but when we started a few years ago, it was kind of all new that we were going more often, and she was old enough to go off with her friends for long periods of time. And so like to order food, I could order food for her via mobile order, and I wasn't even with her, and then I could screenshot it, or then she could go into the app and it was done. So, or I could there was plenty of people that, like, for grad night, I surprised them all and said, I just ordered 20 Dole Whips, the first 20 people go get them, so it definitely makes it more fun. I know you missed out, Yo. It like, I like those little bits, and then you're just able to like maximize your time in the parks. So you're not like waiting the 45 minutes to get your food. You're able to be in line for Soarin', order your margarita, and book, your next ride, go get your food and your margarita, and then go to your ride. Like, because you've all been able to do that in the 15, 20 minutes that you waited in line, for the ride. So it definitely makes it just, keep the day going a little bit better.
It's very efficient.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes,
I dig that.
Well, very cool tips and hacks, Cole. Thank you very much. And we got a few minutes left. We'll kind of, if we can squeeze these two topics in real quick. Both happening right now at the Disneyland Resort. We got, if I'm saying it right, Celebrating Soulfully and Lunar New Year. We talked about it with Danny. I just asked Danny last episode, but some of us are going real soon, so we'll talk about that. But Kelly, can you tell us exactly what the Celebrating Soulfully is?
Yeah, so Disneyland and Walt Disney World are both celebrating Celebrate Soulfully, and it's kicking off their Black History Month. Walt Disney World is doing some things differently from Disneyland. Disneyland is going to have the Celebrate Gospel, and they're going to have two choirs singing on February 17th and February 24th. Bishop Marvin Sapp is going to be February 17th, and Tasha Cobbs Leonard is going to be on February 24th. They're going to have special food and all that going for Celebrate Soulfully. And then Walt Disney World is actually having the original genie, Michael James Scott, as their Grand Marshal for the Festival of Fantasy Parade on February 6th to kick off Celebrate Soulfully at Walt Disney World. And they're also going to be having special food and just random things happening along Magic Kingdom that they haven't really announced yet. They said more to come. And then Michael James Scott is going to be at Festival of the Arts for the Broadway concert series February 9th, 11th, 12th, 15th, and 18th, and 19th. So celebrate soulfully to kick off Black History Month for Walt Disney World and Disneyland.
Very cool. Always love hearing a live gospel band or choir singing. Very cool. And then also right now going on at Disneyland Resort, like I said, is Lunar New Year. Danny from 5571 podcast really broke down the menu and everything that looks delicious. So I know some of us are going. Is there anything anybody's really looking forward to at Lunar New Year this year? They don't do, Sam, do they? They don't do anything in Florida, do they?
No, we don't celebrate Lunar New Year. We're
I
excluded.
want one of everything.
We're excluded. See, you guys have your things on your coast and we have our things. So stop trying to take our stuff and you keep yours.
Hey, you can have Lunar New Year. Give us Festival of the Arts. By all means.
Absolutely not. I am not negotiating that.
I want to go see the Grand Californian. They have a big like dragon hanging at the.
I was like a 2-story dragon.
Yeah. I know. I'm so excited for it.
I'll be fine with seeing pictures as long as I get to keep Festival of the Arts.
Okay. Yeah.
The farts. Sam wants her farts.
But also,
give me my
processional. I always like to see the parade going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the characters, you can meet the characters from Turning Red. May, she's got some panda ears and a tail, and her mom.
That's weird.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. They look cute.
I just saw Lewis's face and he's like, no.
It's weird.
He's like, you can't have a girl walking around like a half red panda over here. You can't do that.
I mean, I didn't connect to Turning Red as much as other people, but a lot of people seem to like it. I just think that everybody's going for the what's the band in that?
Four Town.
Four Town's supposed to be on the processional. No. They are on a float in the Pixar in Pixar.
Oh yeah.
The float. No. They're
like,
not there right now.
Isn't Four Towns the show Johnny Drama was on Entourage? I can't remember.
Yes.
Anyway. No, but everything about this looks amazing. The food. I can't wait to try that out.
Food does look pretty good. Yeah.
Yes.
And like I said, I want that Mushu sipper. Damn it.
We'll get you. And everything. They're the dragons, so we've got lots of dragons happening. I haven't seen much merch, but I'm really hoping there's some cool dragon merch.
D23 just released something, I think.
They just said that
dragons.
They were just showing the movies that have dragons in it.
No, that's
there's a gang of merch in front of Ariel right now. There's a whole booth.
I'm sure there is. I just haven't seen it. I just haven't seen. I know there's one with a gold, like regular dragon, but I want actual like Disney dragons.
So right now, I mean, there's a lot of it going on. I was there on Sunday, and I didn't try any of the food because surprisingly,
because you suck.
What?
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, the booths normally, like, there are some booths that you can like hop into. You know the hack. You order all your food you want at the one booth, and you go around and grabbing it. Now every booth was slam packed. I mean, but I did get to try. I don't know the name of the food truck, but the food truck over by the restrooms in Hollywoodland. I had the Asian inspired street burrito.
I heard that was so good. Did you like it?
There's a bipolar amount of food in there. Like the flavors, it was hot, it was cold, it was spicy, it was sweet. It was absolutely delicious. The only problem I had is it wasn't filling enough. But overall, it was really good. But obviously, when I say not filling, I'm obviously a very bigger gent. So therefore, I'm looking for a hefty meal, which you don't find that in Disneyland for a guy my size. So, but overall, really good.
Well, they're all meant to be like sharing so you can like there's a method to their madness, right? Like if they were to give you like a burrito that the size that you needed, like then you wouldn't go and spend and try all of the other things.
Right.
So,
it's meant to be small.
It's meant to be shared and you're meant to have like 10 things.
The burrito was not part of the it's what do they call it?
The point is Louis didn't want to share the burrito.
Fair.
No, it's not even that. The burrito was a traditional size. I forgot what they call it, but you know how like there's some restaurants that they are part of the festival, but they're not on your food card. They're not the same.
Right.
Yeah. It was one of those meals. It was really good. There was something crunchy in there that I don't know what it was. It made me uncomfortable, but it tasted absolutely amazing. But I don't know what it was.
Okay then.
Oh.
I don't know, but man, I can't wait to try that though. But I think that's all we got for this loaded episode.
We totally did it.
Yeah, we did it a little.
We covered everything.
We covered everything. So
welcome, Courtney and Kelly.
Yes.
Peace out, Lou. We will miss you, but we'll see you around.
He'll be around. We promise.
He doesn't go very far.
But Sean will be back on the next Extra Magic Hour. So I guess until next time, we will see you all at the parks. Good night, everybody.